This is Mulisa Mulai from Digital Leadership Foundation. Thank you so much to DED for giving me an opportunity to have a conversation with you. And I'm going to have a conversation about the important element called procrastination. What is it about procrastination? What I want you to know is how to defeat the hands of procrastination. That is such a very terrible thing to have in your life. That is such a terrible thing to have in your studies. So this is the reason I really want to have a personal conversation with you about how to defeat procrastination. So let me define what is procrastination. It is all about doing what you're supposed to do today, tomorrow. And that is a very dangerous thing. And I want you to know that procrastination is very addictive. You procrastinate today, you procrastinate tomorrow. By the time you wake up, it is a week has passed. By the time you wake up again, another month has passed. By the time you realize exams are just knocking at your door. So what is the reason people are procrastinating? There are 5 things that I want to show you that are leading to procrastination. Number 1 is the issue of fear and anxiety. Especially we are in a COVID-19 era whereby everyone is at home and people are stressed, people are not sure about what is actually going to be the next step, and as a result they keep procrastinating because they have the fear of the future. They have the fear of failure. They are asking themselves a couple of questions, especially as students. We're asking ourselves to say, what is happening tomorrow? What is going to be the end of lockdown? What is going to be happening in the next 2-3 months? How are we going to be writing the online examinations? And we have never done it before. We are used to sitting in the classroom and write our exams. But this time around, there are talks about the possibility of online exams. There are talks about this academic year being scrapped. There's so many things that are happening. As a result, people are uncertain. They have anxiety. They are stressed in a number of ways. So that is the first reason that we find a number of students, especially in this particular period, that they are procrastinating. Now the second thing that I want you to realize that you have control over is something called fun. As a student, it's very easy to have fun. And what do we have fun with? Number 1, we have fun watching television. We see one program to another, one documentary to another, one series after another, especially that there's Netflix. There are so interesting series that people are watching. As a result, by the time you finish watching a series, you are very tired, you have not studied, you have not submitted your exam, your assignment, you have not prepared yourself. That is actually what leads to procrastination. But I must be honest with you, it is very fun to watch a particular series. There are a number of series that people are watching, one series after another. So that in itself, it is one of the reasons that causes procrastination. And the other thing under fun, it is fun to be lazy, my friend. Very fun. You feel that, you know what, I'll see it tomorrow. You feel like, you know what, I will do it the next day. It is basically laziness creeping in. And here's the thing, you procrastinate today, you're going to procrastinate tomorrow. You procrastinate tomorrow, you're going to procrastinate the other day. So while you don't realize you are suffering from laziness, let's call it what it is. It is what we call laziness. If you are lazy, you are going to procrastinate more often than not. What is the other reason of fun you are procrastinating? Is because you spend so much time on Facebook. One status after another, one comment after another. At times, all you are doing there is to like and to say lol on Facebook. By the time you realize that, it is 2 hours has passed. And the other thing, what is it that is making people procrastinate? You're spending 2 hours. No. I don't think even it's 2 hours. You're spending the rest of about 14 to 18 hours. If you're awake for 14 to 18 hours, you're having your cell phone with you and having WhatsApp with you. If you have a WhatsApp with you, you always are distracted by the messages that keep coming through. As a result, you are not able to focus on your studies. As a result, you procrastinate again. The first reason is because of fear. The second reason is because of fun. What is the third reason? The third reason is what I call friends. You need to manage your friends. I know that we are in social distancing, but at home, you may find that you spend much time calling this particular friend, talking to this particular friend on WhatsApp, and then you just by the time you realize like the day is gone and actually you are tired. So you keep procrastinating on the assignments. You keep procrastinating on attending particular lessons. Remember, there are some classes that we may have to attend online. So it's a new normal that we need to adjust to. It's a new normal that we need to adapt to. So you must make sure that You must be careful, not even make sure. You must be careful about the friends. What is the fourth reason that you are procrastinating? The fourth reason is what I call lack of focus. I can tell you now, if you are not focused on your studies, you are going to procrastinate more and more. And I will see when I tell you about how to defeat the hands of procrastination, that I will use the aspect of focus, how to use it. But here's the thing, the lack of focus make you to procrastinate one day after another. Make you to procrastinate because you are not focusing on your bigger picture. You are not focusing on a greater picture. You are not focusing on a greater goal. You are not clear about where you want to get to. You are distracted. Digital distraction is the greatest distraction in our time. What is the last thing? And this one at times we are using it as an excuse. We think about that we don't have money, that we are from disadvantaged backgrounds all of a sudden. But all the time when we're in the campus, we were able to have data, this and that. I do understand that we are from different backgrounds. Hear me well. I fully understand. But if you are very focused on what you want to achieve, you will never use excuses. Because if you have excuses, what happens is that you are making sure that you are not doing what you're supposed to do. You are procrastinating. Why? Because you have excuses. I must tell you, there's no single individual that has made it in life that has abundance or that is successful in excuses. So these are the 5 things that are causing people to procrastinate. What are the 5 or 6 things that I want to share with you that will help you to break and defeat the hands of procrastination? The very first thing is that I want you to have what I call a bigger picture. I want you to have what we call a personalized, internalized, bigger picture. Where am I going? Where do I see myself in the next 2 years? I'm a final year student. Where do I see myself next year? I'm a first year student. This is a new normal. This is very frustrating. I'm not used to sitting home and I have to attend the class online. Listen to me. If you can have clarity about the bigger picture, where are you going? You are going to defeat the hands of procrastination. But if the picture is very blurry, you are not going to defeat the hands of procrastination. Why? It's because you will not have clear priorities. Your priorities must be very clear. What are the priorities? The priorities is to say that I must obtain 80% on all my assignments. I must get 90% on all my assignments. You prioritize studying. You prioritize attending lectures. You prioritize making sure that you learn as much as you can because it is your priority. You have a bigger picture, therefore you have clear priorities. And while you are having the clear priorities, you must also learn how to plan your day. You must know how to plan your week. You must know how to plan your month. To say that when I wake up in the morning, what is it that I have to do? When I wake up in the morning, these are the things that I need to focus on. These are my priorities. If you don't have priorities, you are going to waste a lot of time. So you need to make sure that you plan your day. As in, you wake up in the morning, you do what you're supposed to do. You are at home. There are expectations when you're at home. What are other expectations? The expectation is that you must wash dishes. Of course, you must wash dishes because you are at home. You must do the house chores, quite very important. However, you must also understand to say, what type of personality do you have? You must understand what are your learning modes. Learning modes, for instance, you know whether you are kinesthetic or you know whether you are visual or you are auditory. If you are visual, you need to know how to study. If you are kinesthetic, for instance, you need much time to be able to make sure that you spend a lot of time to study. Make sure that you do that, because if you understand yourself, you will do better. But here's another thing. You must make sure that you create partnerships with other people. How do you create partnerships? You create partnerships with students that are doing well in the subjects that you are not doing so well about. Your group studies, your WhatsApp groups, they must be able to help you to do well in your studies. If you don't have partnerships, you're not going to make it. What are my last 2 points? The last 2 points is that if you are not preparing for your assignment, you are actually preparing for failure. If you are not ready to prepare, preparing means that it might require you to wake up early in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock you study. Of course, you do spend about 4 hours watching a series. So why can't you spend about 4 hours on your studies? Why can't you spend 4 hours on doing your assignments so that you can excel? This is what I say. If you have the potential of obtaining 80% and you get 50%, you have failed. But if you have the potential to get 80% and you get 80%, you are excellent. If you have the potential to get 50% and you get 50%, I applaud you. You have done well. What is the last thing that you need to do? You must make sure that you create the habit of acting now. You must not act tomorrow. Study now. Go back to your books. Switch off the cell phone. Focus on your studies. At least learn the habit of switching off your cell phone for 2 hours. No WhatsApp, no Facebook, no nothing. So that you can focus on your studies. These are the 6 things that I believe that we can do to defeat the hands of procrastination. I wish you well. May you thrive in this particular era. You are excellent. You are powerful. You can make it. You have the potential. You are capable. I believe in you. You are excellent. You can make it great. I believe in you. God bless you.